How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today I'm going to be going over 10 differences between the Galaxy S5 and Galaxy S6. I'm going to run through them pretty quick, so make sure you're paying attention. First one, I'm going to start with the big one. This is going to be the theme store. Now to get to this, you're going to pinch your home screen just like that. And right at the bottom, you go to themes. You actually have a store of themes that you can really change and customize your phone. For example, my favorite, which is the Avengers theme. So think of like downloading a launcher, but that it's already built into your phone. And the cool thing is that different icons and different wallpaper, I mean, it's like super customized. It looks fun, it's cool. There's free ones, there's paid ones. This is an exclusive feature that does come with the GS6 or Galaxy S6. S5 doesn't have any type of options like that. You would have to download a launcher to get this on a phone like this. So that's going to be our first difference right there. And we can easily switch right back to default just like that. And let's apply. And that fast, you're going to be right back to your normal look. All right, while that's changing, we're going to jump to number 2, which is going to be camera functions. So, excuse me, not camera functions. We're going to start with the rear camera or front camera. So front camera is going to be 5 megapixels on the S6, whereas on the S5 you're going to find a 2 megapixel camera. So you're definitely getting a better quality camera via the S6, 3 megapixels more, with some other cool fun features built in, which I'm going to mention a little bit later. Next difference is going to be built-in wireless charging. So and I'll hit 2 points on this one. So obviously on S5, the backing is removable. You can't change the battery. S6, the phone is sealed, so you cannot move the battery, but you do have wireless charging capabilities. You buy a charging pad, your phone sits right on top of it. Think of not having to plug in your phone, but just placing it on a pad and knowing that it's going to safely charge for you. So that's going to be our third difference, is just having that built-in wireless charging to just make your life a little bit easier. And not people are texting you, grab your phone, text, put it back down, versus having to keep plugging in and unplugging the charging cord. So that's kind of why I like that one. Our number 4 is going to talk about the storage. On the S5, it does come with 16 gigs of internal storage with an option to add a micro SD card. On the S6, you do lose the ability to add a micro SD card, but it does come with double the memory. So now we're getting 32 gigs of internal memory versus the basic 16 on the S6. Now this does also come in a 64 and a 128, so you do have plenty of options if you feel like you need more than just 32 gigs. So that's our number 4. Our number 5 is going to come back in the camera. So we're going to tap our cameras there. One of the cool things we have now is what's called manual exposure. Now if you notice, I'm tilting up and we've got 2 different shots here. And right now they look kind of similar, but the cool thing is I can actually adjust the exposure of my shot simply by holding down different parts of the screen. So if I hold this section over here, the screen will get a little bit darker, but if I find an area that's dark, by holding down, it's actually going to brighten the picture up. So see that? So imagine how I can just manipulate this shot just by holding down, whereas you don't get any type of special manual exposure or focus options with the S5. So that is a new feature you are getting on S6 that is exclusive. Our next feature is also going to be in the camera, and it has to do with the layout. Now what I want you to pay attention to is on the S5, if I want to switch to the front camera, I have to reach all the way up here and tap my button up here, whereas on the S6, they have moved that rotating camera button right at the bottom, so it's super easy. My thumb, as easy as I can touch the picture button, I can also reach and switch right to that front-facing camera. And I love that because it just makes it easier for you to work the camera and do something that people do all the time, which is having to switch from the front to the back camera. So another cool thing to add in there is that by swiping now, you can actually get to the last picture you've taken, and you can swipe the other way to go back. Also, if you swipe the other way, you can bring up your camera options, whereas on S5 you do have to hit the setting menu. You have to go settings, and that does bring you to your camera options. So if you notice, you're going to see a simplified camera menu on the S6. Now, some of these you will have to download. It won't come with all these, but the download button is right there. Simplified, easier to get to, is what you're going to get with the S6 versus the X5. S5, not X5, even though it sounds like I'm saying that. Our number 7 is going to come also with the camera, and it's going to come with the ability to take pictures using the heart rate sensor. On the S5, you can't take a picture by tapping the heart sensor, but on S6, I can simply tap the heart rate monitor and it will take pictures for you. Just by tapping down just like that. So, another difference there, just being able to use a heart rate monitor to do more. Gotta love that. Alright, we're going to jump to our number 7, and this is a real quick one. If we pinch our home screen, just like that, and we go to our screen grid, you actually have an ability to add more rows and columns to your screen so you can get more on there versus on S5. You're limited to the 4x4 ratio with column and rows. So if I wanted to add more apps here, I can't, but on here I can. I could even make it less. I can go 4x5, 4x4. 4x4 is the ratio currently on the S5. So I like to stay at 4x5 because I want that extra row. The 5x5 kind of makes it look a little stretched, so that's why I don't use that one. All right, jump to number 9. This is going to be another big difference is going to be that the S6 is not IP67, meaning it's not water resistant. So if you are looking for a phone that is water resistant, you probably want to stick to the S5. The S6, they did have to sacrifice the water resistant capability to make the phone prettier and nicer. So metal aluminum edge and the glass in the front and the back. So no more water resistance on the S6. One big difference there. And our final number 10 difference between S5 and S6 is the ability to launch the camera just by double tapping the home button. So just like that, it's going to launch our camera. Even if I'm in another app, for example, let's say I'm in the internet, double tap the home button, there it is. Your phone could even be off, for example, double tap, it's going to turn it on and launch the camera. So another big difference there. Look out for more videos. We usually do 2 or 3 of these. As we find more differences, we'll definitely do more videos, but just wanted to give you a basic gist of just some the S5 to the S6. Guys, I hope you found this helpful. Make sure you like it helpful. Subscribe to H2TechVideos and have a good one.